Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. Yesterday was a very shocking day as we saw the former boss Mustafa, who came out to tell Nigerians, his testimony in court was that Buhari's signature was forged. Emefiele is in for a lot of cases on him, and this is because him and Tinubu had a major fallout. That's why you're hearing all this. It's not because Emefiele is the worst thief. And by the way, we're not speaking for Emefiele. We're just trying to tell you how bad things are in Nigeria, government, why they are all dying to get in there so that they can have immunity, cover themselves, and, go from governor to state house of assembly to this to that, all in a bid to cover themselves, make friends in politics so that they can cover their track. However, Emefiele is in the wrong side of the aisle right now because he's not a friend of Tinubu. A lot happened during election, which we will not go into very right now. Now, the federal government has requested Interpol to include three Nigerian individuals to the watch list due to allegations of forging former president Muhammadu Buhari signature over an alleged fraud of $6.2 million. The individuals in question are Adamu Abubakar, Imam Abubakar, and Ode Eric. These are the people who forged it in CBN. Boss Mustafa yesterday was telling us on how, in court, Buhari's signature was forged. But the whole thing that is still baffling me is that with all of this going on, Buhari is totally free. No questions, no probe, nothing. So what we do in Nigeria is that we go for the low-hanging fruits, forgetting that on top of the tree, there are other ones that have not been touched. Very ripe, big up there, even more massive than the ones your hands can reach. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Thank you. The federal government has requested Interpol to include three Nigerian individuals in the watch list due to allegations of forging President Muhammadu Buhari's signature over an alleged fraud of $6.2 million. The individuals in question are Adamu Abubakar, Imam Abubakar, and Odeis Eric. That Adamu Abubakar, now at large, Imam Abubakar, now at large, Ode Eric, now at large, Birchi and others also at large, or about 23 days day of January 2023 at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court, forged the following document: the Presidency Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation identity card in the name of Jubrim Abubakar, later dated 23rd January 2023, purposely written by Muhammad Buhari to Mr. Boss Mustafa, later dated 26 January 2023, purposely written by Boss Mustafa to Mr. Godwin Emefiele, CBN of Nigeria Inter Memo, dated 31st January 2023, purposely written by the Director of Banking Service Department of the Governor and Central Bank of Nigeria Inter Memo, dated 7th February 2023, purposely written by the Director of Banking Service Department of the branch controller, Abuja branch, with the intel that the Central Bank of Nigeria Abuja branch may be in the belief that the documents were genuine and induced to pay you the sum of $6,230,000 US dollars, and thereby committed an offense punishable under Section 1(2)(c) of the Misguided Offense Cap M17 Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2010. The part of the charge slated sheet, Godwin Emefiele, the CBN governor, is implicated in the alleged deceitful disbursement of $6.2 million. So Emefiele was a tough man, performing under, the CBN and quietly going under a disguise, and nobody really paid attention or took notes. Emefiele was operating a very quiet sharp, operating very subtly, as though in a subtle manner, as though, nothing was happening. It was quietly going under the radar. However, we remember that when he wanted to, he was looking and looking forward to becoming, a president. Remember the cars that were bought and all that, and he was told that with his position as CBN governor, he cannot participate in such. And so Emefiele, those cars were abandoned. We don't know what happened to them. Maybe they gifted them to family and friends. We don't know. But they were all branded. Emefiele, remember the other time? Yes. From that time on, the Tinubu and Emefiele were sworn enemies. So when Tinubu came in, the mission statement is to ensure that Emefiele is exposed. So that you are seeing all these things coming about Emefiele. It's not because Emefiele is the worst thief in Nigeria. And that's what we are saying, that not that we are in support of Emefiele. If this immunity on governors, senators, and all that they have put on themselves is removed, if the lead is removed, have you heard of what they call can of worms? That is the definition of can of worms. You will be surprised beyond measure. And that is because Nigerian politicians are so crafty and clever. They have gone ahead to prepare themselves in such a way and manner that no matter what happened, nothing comes to them. No responsibility whatsoever. It's in Nigeria that somebody will be in position, can still do anything. And guess what? He still walks free. Nothing happens. Nothing goes on. It's we continue with business as usual, and everything is just going on as if all is well. It's in Nigeria those things happen. In Nigeria, my dear. In Nigeria, you see thieves come on board and people are hailing them, praising them in no small way, and you are wondering to yourself, but this man just stole the money that belongs to the community. This man just did ABCDZ. This man just, my dear, nobody really cares. And why is DSS not picking them up? What exactly is going on in this country? You begin to ask yourself. And that is because they know somebody that knows somebody. They are the friend of somebody that is somebody that is somebody. And even within themselves, after a while, it's because these ones, they have eaten the forbidden fruit. So this is what is happening right now, and every single person is beginning to observe and see how these things are playing out. Everybody's watching, and this is why things are the way they are. If we want things to be different, my dear, this country, we will have to rise up. Buhari and the rest of them, every one of them they should all be asked these serious questions. None should escape this. Nobody. Every one of them should be investigated. Is in this country where a man who does not have a job, have houses in America, in Dubai, in Nigeria, in the most choicest places all over the country, and he does not have a job. Nobody knows what he does. No business in this country, because, for instance, is the nephew to Buhari, and he became a personal aide. Excuse me. Even if a personal aide is paid 10 million naira. Is that enough for him to buy houses in Dubai, in this, in that, and have $825 million in a 6-year-old account? It's in this country. And guess what? That matter has died a natural death because that guy is personally connected to Buhari's nephew. And no questions asked. So because Emefiele's matter is coming does not mean that Emefiele is the worst thief. No. Emefiele and Buhari has their own personal wahala going on between them. That's why you are hearing this matter. It's not like Emefiele is the worst thief. The worst thief of all. No, it's the same people. I just want to get it clear. That it's the same